cannot ask from Buddha, from God, or from other people. It's about ourselves, about our mind processing. One sutra, Buddha taught how to investigate our mind. When we see something, there's only seeing, not you or not something. It is only the state or the element that arising through your eyes. It's not you, it's just the seeing. In Pali term called Chakkovinyan, the seeing. When you hear something, there is only Sotavinyan, hearing. It's just hearing. No you, no other. It's just hearing. Smelling. Kenavinyan. It's happened because of conditions. Because the smell comes through your nose and then you smelled. But just smelling, nobody in smelling, it's just smelling. Try to contemplate, try to understand little by little through your tongue, your body, and your mind. So, again, the real problem is happen because of ignorance, attachment, ill will, hatred. Hatred cannot overcome by hatred. See? You can overcome your hatred by loving kindness. You cannot develop hatred to finish your hatred in the mind. The one who happy to disturb people, they recognize themselves they are strong. But actually, in my opinion, they have mental problem. Because when you want to hurt people, when you want to make people hurt, it means in your mind, covered by ignorance and ill will. Ill will and ignorance, such as the cloud that cover your mind, the dark cloud, make your mind have no light. Light means wisdom. You cannot see all things as they are. So you can do anything blindly. You hurt people, you curse people, you use bad words to people to make yourself release. It's like the person who walk blindly. Tie your eye and wear the mask and walk blindly. You will I don't know to use the word, like we walk, we close eye and walk, we accidentally step something, or we have accident to hit something, right? So, in conclusion, for the topic tonight is to make your mental better or develop your wisdom in daily life. Try to cut down your speech and try to observe by your action, especially the processing of your mind. But however, you have to learn some basic lessons about the mind. What is the ill will mind? What is the wholesome and unwholesome? Try to understand. First you have to understand the meaning, and then you take it into your mind processing. When they work, it's very clear. It's not just in the book, but in the mind. The real nature of mind. This is my first impression for tonight. If someone have question, please raise up your question or share any idea. And welcome. There is no any question. I'm checking in case there are some question. Kundu San, I'm not well on English languages, but happy your presentation is English language. Okay, thank you. We are not good. We are not excellent because English is not our original language, but we can understand each other. So when you all listen my Dharma talk, my speech, please focus on the meaning that I really want you to understand. Yeah, it may be some word I cannot use it right, but I think if you concentrate on the meaning, you're gonna understand what I mean. And I also want to share our beloved khmer who really like to have experience in speaking English. Please don't wait until you are perfect. You cannot start from when you are perfect. But you can start from now to be better. Don't try to be perfect, but try to be better from one day to another. You know, when I was in Cambodia, I did not, I could not speak, even I knew some words, because I always waited until my English perfect. But when I arrived here and I go to school and meet some friends from many countries, and then they use their English not perfect as well, but we can understand each other. We talk, we can make friends, we can make communication. Sometimes we use body language. That's okay. English is not belong to English. English is for the world. So we all can use English together. Like in Australia, many people who come from different countries, some of them just started to learn English. Yeah, a few weeks ago I met a Uber driver. Yeah, his English is not good, but he can be a driver. He just asked the address, where do you go, and something like that. When along the way we chat a lot, and then I know his English is not good, but he understand enough. You know the word, some phrase or sentences that make our Cambodian students who are trying to practice English, make them weak or make them have limited belief that they cannot use English. When it's like, I'm sorry, my English is not good. It is very old style. You have to give up this point. I think no one wants to listen this word. I'm sorry, my English is not good. My poor English, no one wants to know that. They will understand after they listen to you. Your English, good or bad, they know automatically after they have listened to your speech. or when you go to make the interview to find the job here. Yeah, I have learned how to interview, how to write the resume and cover letter. Yeah, I have known a lot about that. When you are asked to interview, you cannot say, oh, I'm sorry, my English is not good. You cannot pass. You cannot pass. 100% you cannot pass. Or you can say, my English is not excellent, but it's good enough to make communication. And when you talk, eye contact is very important. Don't say like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just from Cambodia, something like that. Eye contact, look straight and smile, is very important. Okay. Oh, one of my friends, after he had listened to my Dharma talk last week, he has some ideas. He gave me some ideas about the word traditional Buddhism and real Buddhism. I think he is right, because he afraid that a native English speaker country, people, especially we known as Western people, they know about the Buddhism when they say the word traditional Buddhism. They refer to the original Buddhism, which known as Theravada Buddhism. But traditional Buddhism that I have taught recently, that I have talked about recently, I refer to the Buddhism that mix with culture, mixed with traditions of different country. It's the form that we see. For example, we call Cambodian Buddhism, Thai Buddhism, Japanese Buddhism, Chinese Buddhism, Vietnamese Buddhism. It means it's connected or mixed with the culture of individual country. So that's why I call this kind of Buddhism traditional Buddhism or cultural Buddhism. And one more thing, Theravada Buddhism I call as real Buddhism. Yeah, I say real Buddhism. So I think this is the message to those who just start to understand Buddhism. Why I talk about the two kinds of Buddhism? Because I afraid that the one who really want to practice Buddhism, they're gonna confuse the Buddhism that mix with culture of individual country and the real teaching of Buddha. What I really like to share is real Buddhism or original Buddhism. Because real Buddhism or original Buddhism is not belong to any particular nations. It's not belong to any particular nations or country. It's for the whole world. It's for all human beings. Because it's the way of life. It's the way of practicing to get real happiness in life. As is known, Buddha was born in India or Nepal, but he is the public person, the great teacher for human and Deva and God. God here means Devada, means angel or something, not the creator. So, traditional Buddhism that I have already mentioned about is about Buddhism that mix with culture or traditions of individual country. And if those who really want to understand Buddhism, you never understand real Buddhism by going to practice Buddhism that mix with culture. You can see only the form, the cover. It's like the book, you can see only the cover. But you never understand the inside. So real Buddhism is inside, not the cover. I feel pity for most Buddhists who take only the books and never read what is inside. How to imagine? Like recently, in Cambodia, Patrai Beda mean the or we call the basket. I'm not sure the word Tribal in English. With the book that was written, all Buddha's words in it. There are 110 books. Those books are bought by many Buddhists and offered to the monk in the monastery. 100 sets or 1,000 sets of that kind of books. But now we see, what do they do with that kind of book? They just keep in the proper way. Sometimes they pray to get wisdom, because they are advised that if you buy the book to offer to the monk, you will be born, and then you will be born as a wise person. It's the wrong view, wrong concept. Buddha never taught that. That's why they try to find money, they try to work and then collect money to buy the book to offer to the monk, because they believe that when they die and they reborn in the next existence, they will be born as a wise person because they offer the books to the monks. Buddha always says, everything always happens because of conditions. Like one phrase, he said, if you want to know the future, look at your present. If you don't learn right now, how can you get knowledge? Now, even you go to school and you pay the fee for the school, but you don't learn, you don't study, how can you get a certificate? How can you finish the graduate? Impossible. But people who follow Buddhism as traditional Buddhism, they are told to do this, to do that, without understanding. They just tell them to do, they just tell them to believe something. They never open their inside mind that we call wisdom to see all things as they are. When they have arguing with each other, what is their reference? They only say that my parents, my grandparents, my ancestors told me like that. The great monk told me like that. That's why I do this. But they never say that I do this because I understand clearly what is the cause and something like that. But real Buddhism always teaching, always teach you, or always try to give you the technique, the real technique to explore your wisdom, to see all things as they are, to see all things that are rising and falling away repeatedly in life right now by your own wisdom, your own inside eye. Never believe anyone. When you have real wisdom, when you have real knowledge or wisdom, you can decide to do something by your own. This is you. It is you. Even when the monk preach, the monk make Dharma talk. If he can only copy from the Bible or from the books and then explain and then, pass it to the people, it is not his knowledge. Not his knowledge. Not his own understanding. So if he doesn't want his own understanding, how can he make people understand? Of course, I also learn from the books. I also learn the Buddha's word from the book, but I adjust. It's through my brain, it's through my concentration or my thinking, and then I can decide what is right and what is wrong. I cannot say something to people because Buddha said like that, because Arahanta said like that, I must share this to people. No. Cannot. Like the doctor. The doctor go to the school and have learned many years of many kinds of medicine. Doctor have learned, try to remember and try to create new medicines. But when the patients come to meet the doctor cannot say all formula, all name of medicines to the patients. What the doctor have to do at the first time is to make the checkup, to examine, to check the problem, the sickness. And then he give the medicine, only some kind of medicine that fit with the sickness, with the disease. For example, when people have teeth ache or toothache, come to the doctor. Yes, the dentist must check the dentist. Even he knows something, the whole body, the doctor know about the system in our whole body. But he must straight to the point. If he just, in brain, it work like this, ear, it work like this, and then he talk all the processing of our body. He doesn't know anything. He just remember. But he doesn't know. Like the one who can give or explain, or what I mean is transfer or help people to understand Buddha's teaching is not the one who remember all Buddha's teaching. It's not that one kind of person, but the one who really understand, well understood about the Buddha purpose. He is the one who can help you. It's not the one who remember all Buddha's teaching, but he's the one who well understood about the Buddha purpose. This is my message to those who really want to understand Buddhism, real Buddhism or original Buddhism. which taught by the Buddha. Okay. Let me check a bit in case there are some questions. Kon he is a monk. Respect Master, I have a question which is related to dedication to the dead. So my question is, can we dedicate the thing that is offered to the dead just like clothing or food, or only the merit? Thank you in advance, Master Sochea. This problem was solved by Buddha already. And Buddha also showed the way to treat or to do when our beloved relative passed away. Let me tell you a story. There was a man. He was very selfish. He never gave anything to other people. He just tried to work and earn money. He just worked to try to earn more, to get more money for his family. And he had only one son. He thought that he would give all money to his, or money, not only money, gold, or property, everything, house, land, and something, to his beloved son after he passed away. But you see, Sankara, or everything is impermanent. Her little son died before him. That time, he was very sad and he cried a lot. He always took the food and something like clothes or many things to put in front of the grave and said, "My little son, where are you? Please come and eat. This is for you." This word he said when his son already passed away. And his son's body were burned. I'm not sure the definition, the definite word of burn means, but his son was burned, son's body, the dead body. You know, before he died, he saw the Buddha and he think of the Buddha with loving mind, honestly, or the honesty mind. Then he passed away. So when he passed away, his mind was very calm and peaceful. Then he reborn in the next existence in the realm of Deva, in heaven. Then he looked back where I'm from, and then he knew everything. He just died. He just died, and he also see his father who was crying in front of his grave. Then he came from the heaven to help his father. And then he used like a supreme, like a magic. I'm not sure to use in English, but he, someone who know the word, they use the what we call in English, I don't know. Nimit. Who know the word? Please help me. Nimit ko chup ai moi ai ching. This is my original language. Okay, thank you, Kamli Malay. Cremated, burn. Okay, the body was cremated. He reveal or make like a magic to create a fake cow body, dead cow body, and he took the grass to feed the dead cow. And then he cried, and then my lovely cow, please eat your food. And then the old man hear that. He stopped crying and walks straight to the boy and asked, "Hey, little kid, why are you crying? Why are you crying?" And then the little boy replied, "I'm crying because my cow doesn't eat his food." And then the old man said, "Are you crazy? He's already died. How can he eat?" The little boy said, "Okay, between us, who is the most foolish person? My cow is dead, but his body still exists. But, oh no, excuse me, I forgot something." The boy asked him back, "Yes, I'm crying because my cow is dead." And replying, when the old man said, "Your cow is dead, it cannot eat." And the child asked him, "Why do you cry?" And the old man replied, "I cry because my little son had passed away." You put some food in front of the grave. Why do you put this food? Who that you put this for? For my son. Where is your son? My son had passed away. Where is his body? His dead body was cremated, burned. And then the little boy said, "Between us, who is the most foolish person? My cow is dead, I know, but his mouth still exists. But your son, your dead body son, was cremated." Oh, I may be wrong. cremated, not cremated, sorry. Cremated. How can he eat? See? This story, I'm not good at telling story, sorry. But I'm sure you understand the meaning of the story. This story, the moral of the story means Buddha want to show that the dead body, the dead person cannot receive anything. They don't know what we are doing. The dead body is like the wood that is thrown away. Like one verse that Buddha said, Achirang vatayang kayo patavang atise sate chotho ape te vinyano nirothang vakalung kerang. This body cannot, is not stay for more longer time. When the consciousness or the mind does not exist in this body will be thrown away like the wood that people thrown away. So it's not different from the stone or the wood that is thrown away. Body. So it's useless thing to do all things for the dead body. But see why I divide Buddhism into two kinds. Now people use traditional Buddhism to create belief that every year they put something in front of the crow to send something to the dead people. See? Like Chinese Buddhism or Cambodian Buddhism, they also do like that. But to all beings in the world, even the people that we know in everyday life, or some people who already passed away and exist in the next existence, we just behave something good. We just practice something good in life, and then we spread out our loving kindness, our compassion to all beings, include our relative, include our ancestor who already passed away. No matter what he reborn as animal or human or hell, anything we don't know, but we just do good thing, and then we spread out our compassion to all of them. That's it. That's the Buddha's way. We cannot give anything directly to them. It's just a belief. You know, now according to a culture or different traditions, people create many kinds of celebration or festival, like to burn the fake house, fake cars, telephone, passport, fake money to the dead people. It's funny, you know, see? The time is up. So point 2, gonna wonder since when people start doing pray this and pray that. Yes, they do this with ignorance. Because happiness or suffering, it always happens because of condition. The condition of happiness is good deeds, good thought, good speech, and good activity, good action is the cause of happiness. Evil or sins or unwholesome that always arise in our mind and cause to do something bad by bad thinking, bad speech and activity is the cause or the condition of suffering. This is real and easy and short, not too much, but traditions or cultures, there are many things to do and you have to spend lot of money to do it. But real Buddhism teach you to go forward, to practice straight away to get real happiness in life without paying anything, without paying any money. Just pay attention to listen the real teaching of Buddha, or sometimes you spend some times to read book that mentioned about Buddhism. It is the way to understand. Less. You don't have to spend much money as tradition Buddhism. It's very easy. Yeah, I want to add some more. Continue a little bit because Buddha respect teacher. I would like to ask you a quick question about the life of human being as the real of though in positive way. What can we do in Dharma help to improve mentally of those who had deep depressions? Thanks. Okay, let me give you an example. Buddha is like a doctor. Dharma or the technique is like a medicine. The one who have deep depressions or less depressions like a patient. So it doesn't mean that all patients can be helped by the doctors, because we need the cooperation from the patients as well. For example, when you're sick, you call ambulance, you call to the hospital. Even you cannot go by yourself, you call the ambulance, they will come to take you. Or if you can go by yourself, you have to go to the hospital and make appointment with the doctor. Yeah, we need cooperate. Like when you make a clap, you cannot use only one hand to make a clap, both hands. So the one who really want to cure his mind from depressions, from anxiety, he is also the one who need to cooperate with the monk or anybody that know how to release, how to explain, how to help you. See, even some people have accidents, become disabled person. The doctor tell you, try to exercise, try to walk. So you have to cooperate with the doctor. If the one who are having depressions or anxiety or have mental ill, and he lose everything, he cannot control everything. So it's like the patients who cannot be helped by the doctor. So it's very important. to take part or to make cooperations. I have the way, but the one who really want to release or really want to go straight away to the point, you have to take attention or spend some times with me to discuss. I will help you. Okay, that's all for tonight. Thank you for your watching and your patience. Patient. Okay. And I also happy to get some feedback and your help with sometimes I forget or I cannot find any words in English. You help me. I have learned one cremated. Okay. Thank you very much. See you at the same time next Wednesday.